Superman and Lois is in its final season, and recent events have me worried that the ending of the DC Universe series may be ushered in with another gripping and surprising moment of closure for its most popular character. Superman and Lois Season 4, Episode 8 made some dramatic contributions to the series, further examining Clark's recent unmasking. With Superman's identity having been revealed to the world, and with him now living with Sam's heart in his chest, I believe there are some enormous story implications that will take the focus of the series ending. In DC media, Superman has died a number of times, and each of these deaths has had important and varied effects on the universe. What I find to be consistent in these stories, however, is how they set up other heroes to take on Superman's work. The comics saw heroes like Steel appear in Reign of the Supermen, while films like Zack Snyder's Justice League saw the titular team form. While this Clark has already been brought back to life, I believe Superman's death will have even more new repercussions in the last chapters of Superman and Lois. Superman's sons are even more likely to take over from him now Clark's powers are fading. Superman will soon be powerless on the CW series. Recent episodes of Superman and Lois saw the hero being brought back to life with Sam Lane's heart, and this heart now seems to be fading, setting up for a future where Superman's sons will have to take on the hero's mantle. Following Superman's unmasking to the world, I believe the show is heading toward a unique and unprecedented finale to this Superman story. With Superman's powers now shown to be slowly decreasing in potency, it seems likely the hero will either be no more by the series' end, or be in a position where he has to consider his retirement. Retiring could be a happy ending for Clark. With many different foes having appeared throughout the show, it appears that major threats will always be in the world, and so long as Superman can fight them, I'm sure he will likely always feel responsible to do so. By losing his powers, however, Superman will be forced to give up his mantle as the hero. This could allow him to lead a peaceful life to the end of his days as only a father and a husband, without the weight of the world on his shoulders. Superman and Lois has already destroyed the one thing about being a hero Jonathan and Jordan seemed unsure about. Secret identities in this world have become a thing of the past. Dealing with a secret identity is a complex part of many superhero stories, and seeing the dynamic of that removed in Superman and Lois has already been an interesting choice. While Jordan and Jonathan seem to struggle with the idea of hiding part of oneself and the sadness Superman experienced as a result, much of that tension has now been taken away. With Superman's identity shared with the world in Superman and Lois Season 4, Episode 7, the full details of their whole family are now on display, making hiding themselves a now impossible task. This is surely a difficult thing to contend with, but I am excited to see Jordan and Jonathan now able to truly embody heroic roles in the future without that hesitation. It seems likely that the show is setting up for them, as well as characters like Steel and his daughter, to take on the important roles of protecting the world. As circumstances align for a world without a Superman, the proliferation of heroes makes that easier to contend with. I'm desperately hoping Superman and Lois doesn't give Clark too sad an ending. A fading heart could lead the series to a heartbreaking close. I'm going to say it, even though I don't want to, it is possible that Superman and Lois will end with Superman dying for good. I don't believe that this will happen, but I do worry. Superman has been through a lot in Season 4 alone, and this entire series has worked hard to bring closure to the character. With Steel's technology telling him that Sam Lane's heart is beginning to fade, and that Superman's powers will soon disappear, the character may genuinely become mortal. This could lead to his dying in the series finale. What I believe is more likely, thankfully, is that Superman will instead be forced to retire by the end of the show. I hope that a happy ending awaits the hero, although this is far from guaranteed. With many terrible villains in this world, despite a weakening heart, Superman will surely go through a great deal in the show's final episodes. I can only hope that the series will allow him to have a happy ending, although I admit that one of somber significance could also be a satisfying close to the show.